Aye. Oh, it could rain up a mile. Tremendous floods. I've known this, this big hop gill here. There was once a thunder cloud burst up there, and it rolled big stones down there a ton wide. And a little field there, it covered absolutely with stones. We used to get some awful floods, you know. Mardale used to be nearly all covered. Aye. Well, kitchens, a mason, he was bought one for the Earl of Lonsdale, and had 15 in family. 15. And there was always about 6 or 7 coming to school, you know. And they had a hard bringing up, very hard bringing up. Well, it was a good long way from Mason up to school, be a good mile and a half. And they had to come, you know, these stormy days, wet before they got to Mardale, before they got to school. Well, there was Howells lived at Riginal Farm there, and they kept a servant girl, and sometimes their 2 sons went to school, and sometimes once or twice a week she brought the dinners down, met them on the way, do you see. Well, these 2 lads, I think they just took a delight in it, but they might bring them a hot potato pie or something like that. Well, they would get lightly what they wanted, and what was left they used to get hold on with the hands and throw it up to the ceiling, and used to sing these bits of nippers. They were pretty well, they had a hard life. Oh, it's some good do's, you know. All done bull. Shepherd's meeting. There was a fellow little man come from Kentmere with a sled driver, really, and he always used to go to Mardale hunt, get keen of his drink, you know. And so there was one year he got on with a fellow that called, well, he worked on much of the corporation. John Edmundson, they called him, and Daffin was there at Dunbull then. And they supped all night. Daffin never went to bed. They supped all night, and much beer as they could afford, and they supped whiskey all night. And first one went then to the bar. Well, he did on to about 6 o'clock in the morning, and this Hebson went for drinks again, and he fetched his a pint dash. And this fellow said he was pretty ready-witted fellow, you know, this loud fellow from Kentmere. What's he gonna do with that? He says he's gonna have a wish. And he says if those soups that after those head off that whiskey, he says it'll blow the brains out. Then he says, no, it'll not. He says, of course, they never had any.
How many years have you been to the Mardale?
This is my 60th, sir. I set off when I was 7, and I didn't get there. So when I got 8-year-old, I says, I'll make it. And I set off about 7, I think it was, and I got there, and I walked both ways. That was a hell of a long way in those days, and I've never missed since.
How much can you remember about the last one up at the Dunbull?
Oh, I remember it all. They started on the Friday night, and the Friday night was a better do than the Saturday, always said, because it wasn't as noisy. And they used to go, these old people went, they stayed from Friday till Tuesday, is what was all drunks. And they enjoyed it very much, I'll tell you. And we didn't get home till Sunday, sometimes Monday.
How do the hunts today compare with the old ones?
Just the same. Although the men have it a little easier. The poor blighters had to walk in those days, miles and miles. Today they've got the lovely car to bring them in. Same way we to walk it too.
What? Come on, hey, come. What? What? Hey, come.
The Mardale pack is on the tail.
Away!
The fox is following up the dale.
Away, my lads, away!
Hound millers on the scent I'm told, so footed lads through frost and cold, that mountain breeze is pure as gold.
Away, lads, away!
On Branstey Fell that fox is seen.
Away!
The hounds are off, the scent is keen.
Away, my lads, away!
'Tis music sweet to dalesmen's ear, when hounds give out so loud and clear. So off me lads and lend a cheer.
Away, lads, away!
Now who'd weary with a sport like this?
Away!
But who a Mardale hunt fear no storm. Away, lads, away. Now in winter darkness doors to Mardale high. Away, away. For who the Dunbull dedicate. Away, me lads, away. Well, which you can't, you'll find a bed to rest our limbs and lay ahead. We're welcomed, warmed, and hoosed and fed.